Life is a series of wombs, layers of influence, and even before we are born, we inherit a sort of membrane, password, code of these influences from family, culture, and every decision, every interaction made by everyone on the same strand you now hold. It shapes what we see and how we see. For a lot of people, that is the lens through which they see life, see the world, and navigate the world as well for all of their life. Simply reacting to life, which is just the scar tissues from survival mechanisms that they can't see and therefore can't let go of. From the hunting of animals for meat, to the cutting down of trees for fire, to shelter, to paper, the separation continues, the pattern not being picked up on because in the moment it is happening, helping, we are surviving, trying to live. Civilization was built on this, and in the grand, zoomed out, yet simultaneously zoomed in view of things, that is what it takes to survive as humans. It's not pretty for any group of organisms in life, in nature, as much as mainstream spirituality tries to frame it that way. But being that humans, as we call ourselves now, are a unique species in the sense that we found ourselves in a weird spot as animals in this life, gifted with the burden of a level of consciousness that enables us to give birth to new things through the father and the mother. Through this process, we are ever presently creating and birthing our world, but somewhere along the way, we forgot we are at the center of all this, in the sense that we are all this in a particular place in all this. An X that marks the spot, basically, but not spot in the stagnant way we typically understand it. More like a coded doorway. The more you unlock, the more the dark, the covering is removed and turns the light or lets the light in, which you see, these misunderstandings, sort of shadow chasing behaviors that we have sort of adopted are born from the original misunderstanding. Each misunderstanding crouches at the door, and at some point the door is blocked entirely. You can't see in the dark, and everything is consumed in search of that original sight. But of course, because of this darkness born of the refusal to see, nothing can be seen. So, like a black hole, it consumes everything trying to satisfy that emptiness, feeding on every glimpse of light. But of course, this void cannot be filled, for it is a black hole emptiness, not the nothing. From the abusive, negligent parent to the media, to the politician and their puppets, and the churches with and or with against them, and everything in between, forming a sort of egregore entity, a sort of living dead, of which every living body is a label of usefulness, where humans become a mere tool at their own expense as they have labeled everything else, all with their own permission and by their own power, but with no conscious memory of it, for the God, the world, the system, civilization that they built and are actively building. But none of this is bad in a rigid black and white way. It's the process of becoming, limitations rendered to unlock the fail-safe of life, which is just a massive labor room in a way beyond our current human understanding. Everything has an end, which triggers a new beginning, and in the 3D, the physical, dense nature of our current existence, it takes time in a way that reads as things falling apart due to our current shadow-like understanding of things. But as we learn to embody our true nature of knowing, we don't know anything. Knowing we are nothing but everything, and obviously therefore no thing. And in our observation of this, we can unlearn all the labels and misunderstandings that block the doorway and let in the light that we are and have always been.